Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Amy, and today we're going to be doing a quick house tour on our first Airbnb property. It's a little beach bungalow right outside of Tampa, Florida. Welcome, welcome. Alrighty, so this is a 1,400 square foot, 3-bedroom, 2-bath little beach bungalow. It was built in the 60s and it's been rehabbed. The owners before did rehab some things, and then we had some things along the way. We do have a sleeper sofa out here, which is super comfortable. We upgraded to the plush like memory foam mattress, so good beds all around. Most of the furniture is from Wayfair. We do have some Amazon and Target things mixed in there, but I would say 90% of the furnishings are from Wayfair. So we've got the kitchen here. I really like that this is open concept because when you're hosting parties of like 6 to 8, it's nice because it just all flows. It is a pretty small condensed space, but it really doesn't feel like that when you're inside the home. And I also like that it is open to the dining room because you can have people cooking and then people hanging out. We have a new fridge over here. When we bought this place, our expectation and what it looked like from the listing was that it was going to be a pretty turnkey Airbnb, and it passed a 5-point inspection. And then it was one of those real estate things where we had so many things break and go wrong. That is another video. I will link that up here if you want to just kind of get a feel for all the different things that can happen when you get a property. Another feature of this kitchen, we do have the double ovens, which I think is really cool. Like if people want to have big groups or family get-togethers, there's just plenty of cooking space. Before we go any further, I would ask you to please like and subscribe. It gives me kind of this virtual little pat on the back to make these videos, and it does help me with the YouTube algorithm. We come down this way. This is probably my favorite room in the entire house. The beadboard on the ceiling was already here, but as we started thinking about photography and what the photos will look like in a listing, this back wall and the shot we wanted to take was just looking really plain. So we added the vertical paneling, and I think that just kind of elevates the room a little bit. Again, most of the furniture from Wayfair. Table, chairs, Wayfair. These chairs are from Amazon. I splurged just a little bit, but I love them because I think that they just completely add to the beachy coastal vibe. We did paint, I painted the whole house, which I'm really proud about because I've never had a painting activity like that before. I was a little over-aggressive, over-eager. I don't know what the word would be. Over-optimistic? My husband says I undershot the time management for how long it was going to take me to paint an entire house, which is absolutely true. We bought this place, we closed on July 2nd, and we ended up listing it on November 26th, I believe. And not all of that was me with the painting. Again, we had a lot of things that we ended up having to repair that were pretty unexpected, but the painting did take a long time. When we bought the place, it was like a kind of neutral, that same gray that you see in all the new construction homes. It wasn't terrible, it didn't look bad, but it was just giving off a little bit more of a farmhouse vibe versus a coastal beachy type thing, which is not the look we were going for. I think that clean, crisp white walls just photograph so much better when you're talking about your Airbnb profile pictures. It creates a lot of contrast, it really stands out, and just makes the place look nice and clean. I love it. We've got dining table that seats 8 people, which is how many people we host. That's another really good tip. A lot of times you might find places where, yeah, you have enough bedrooms for everyone and you can fit a lot of people, and there's absolutely no dining space, or maybe you can fit one of those tiny four-person kitchenettes. But when you're looking for a property, and when we were looking for this one, it was really important that we had enough seating area in the living room as well as the dining room to actually let everyone who's staying here have a place to sit. We've got our little coffee bar here, we've got our Keurig, lots of different types of tea, different types of coffee. So we are in the backyard now, which I think the listing photos that we got for this were just absolutely incredible. We've got this beautiful pool, we've got a hot tub, which everyone seems to want when they come down to visit Florida. We have a lounging area, another dining table, and a grill. One really cool thing that we did add to the property was we painted this mural. We hired this local artist and she came in. We had concepts for like the overall color scheme and some ideas. And she just took a weekend and painted this mural for our little Instagram moment and does a couple of things like guests really like it because they can take pictures in front of it. And then it just looks really, really cool on our Airbnb listing. I also think it's nice because before it was just this white wall. It didn't look bad. It's just a wall of a house, but it was just kind of this big white wall. And so now you've got this almost art piece like right in the backyard. So we really, really love it. We have a grill here. We did go with an electric grill. And, you know, I like food, the taste of food on a propane, but the really cool thing about this electric grill is that it has a self-cleaning feature, just like a self-cleaning oven, which allows us to keep everything just in better shape. So would highly recommend going with an electric grill. I think this is really cool too. We actually have an outdoor shower. So I don't think I mentioned this before, we are 0.7 miles away from the beach. And so if you come in here, we've got a lovely outdoor shower in case you're all sandy. I just think this is really cool. This does not count as the second bathroom. We have 2 full bathrooms plus the outdoor shower. We've got bathroom here. We didn't have to do really any remodeling. I did change out the mirrors just to make it look a little bit more modern, but nothing big there. This is a 1960s bungalow. The plumbing's pretty sensitive, and I saw this in a couple of other properties around the area. So we do just have a little sign there to remind people, please don't flush anything that's not toilet paper. So this is one of the first bedrooms. I love this room. It's not my favorite. I will show you that in a second. But I do really, really love what we did in here. If you have an Airbnb, you're trying to attract people's eyeballs when they're flipping through different listings. And so this is the time when you can take like a few different design risks or just do things that are more fun or maybe you wouldn't do in your own home. So wallpaper is your friend in this instance. It adds color, it adds pattern and texture, and just kind of gives something, you know, for people to latch onto. We did the palm leaf here. This is actually not wallpaper though, and this is really, really cool. I wanted to do wallpaper, but wallpaper is kind of expensive and I just couldn't find something in the colors that I wanted. Everything was like a little too bright or just looked a little cheesy. This is actually a wall stencil. I got it off of Amazon, and once I got the hang of it, it was really not that difficult. We did have to flatten out, smooth out the wall. In Florida, a lot of the homes have these crazy textured walls. I don't know why. It's just something that builders have done for years and years and years, but you can't put wallpaper or a stencil on a textured wall. So we smoothed that out. And then, yeah, once you get going, it's just kind of like taking paint and going through the stencil. It took me maybe 5 or 6 hours worth of work. Overall, I didn't feel like this was a super hard project, and I think it just kind of adds to the room. This is the second bedroom. This is a queen size bed. I did a ton of research on beds, the weight capacity that they could hold, what mattresses to get, all the things. That's one of those areas that I really kind of stressed about. It was not easy for me to make some of the decisions for this place. I have spreadsheets literally comparing how many slats are in each bed and the weight that they can hold. So if you want recommendations or you want another video on that, just drop something in the comment and maybe I'll talk through that. But we've got a full queen size bed here. This room is a little bit smaller, but there's plenty of space on each side. I mean, it's not like this is bumped up against the wall. You can definitely squeeze in here, no big deal. I love how bright this room is and just all the colors. I just love it. Cute stuff. We've got luggage racks in every room. This was another tip. I think we probably read this somewhere on a blog or something, but did include luggage racks. And this is the primary bedroom. Love this one. Lots of big space, big, plush, fluffy, king size bed. We've got a dresser over here, which was another little bit of a splurge, but I feel like something like a dresser is gonna get a lot more wear and tear. So we did make sure that this was 100% real wood and not MDF, which you'll find when you look at a lot of furniture pieces. You'd be shocked at how even if it's from West Elm or Crate and Barrel or super expensive, a lot of times it's just like MDF or over particle board. Kind of crazy. Full bath and shower, a little bit on the smaller side, but still really, really pretty. So I think that is everything. I'm not sure how long this tour is, but hopefully it's not too long. This is our very first Airbnb. If you want to see how it's going in terms of like booking and average daily rates, maybe I'll make a video on that and link it down below. In fact, yes, I will do that. But yeah, this is just a little tour. We really love it, and I really like this as a first project, and we're looking forward to getting Airbnb 2, 3, and 4.